Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My name is Francesco and what I do in these videos is break down productivity tips, tools and techniques to help you move forward with your productivity.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So in this video, what I want to do is go over a tool that I found on Reddit and also something that a couple of people on Twitter were talking about. I saw one or two tweets mentioning this and I thought this would be the perfect time. Being a web application, I really like to review this sort of stuff because it's very easy to access and very easy to kind of set up. So what I want to do is review an application on the web called Weekplan. And this is something that was designed by a French developer. He was essentially building these apps for Facebook games, and they became extremely popular. He got millions and millions of installs, downloads, and then he kind of got a load of traction on them, and he became very overwhelmed as an individual. So what he did is he created a system for himself called Weekplan that essentially encompassed some of the major, consistent practices like the seven strategies of highly effective people and many other great reads from productivity experts. But essentially what he did here is he created it for himself, but it came out of that and essentially has become used for others. So what I want to do specifically in this episode is actually run over the core features. And what's brilliant about this application is it's actually got a hell of a lot of depth. So if you actually go into more of the content and all of the tools and features, it actually is quite a large amount. So it's worth just running over the core features and then in other episodes breaking down how you can use the other elements of the app to really go deeper with your productivity. So as you can see, this is what you're introduced with. You can sign in with Google or you can sign in with an email address. It's a very simple sign-in process. And what's lovely is you get 14 free days of Pro. And I can go through details on what Pro includes. So just to start you off, you do get a really nice dashboard to start you off. You can install the Chrome extension, and I'll just kind of go into more detail in a sec with that. You can see all of these, as you can see, just for me, there's multiple different things here. So I'm on the planner at the moment, but there is a vision tracker, an outliner, analytics. So you do get these turned on straight away, but the outliner, vision tracker are more towards you turning them on in this extension setting here. And then there's account settings here, invoicing and referrals. You can also get nice video tutorials too. The French founder of this has done some great ones. And as you can imagine, this tool has got a huge amount of success, like his Facebook games. So what you have here, you have the dashboards for your week. And as you can see, it's very similar to Trello in the way that you can use a kind of Kanban system. But as I mentioned in previous Trello episodes, Trello doesn't obviously set the route up for you in this sort of way. This is really beneficial. I like the way this is set up. For example, if I just added a card here, that would become something there. And what I've done is I've actually automatically selected it into one of the core areas. So you can assign a role to each of the tasks, and a role is basically like a label. And people can use these either for work, personal, and kind of monitor it like that, which could be beneficial. So for example, I'm going to choose personal for this one. You can add obviously some more context into that task name, notes, checklist, attach files, comments. You can even suggest exact start dates and where you'd like to move it to into a list. And I'll explain what the list of features is in a minute. You can even estimate and track the exact amount of time that you're spending on specific things. That might be beneficial for the sales teams out there. And also set reminders and repetition to each task. What I like about this is obviously in Trello, you get that nice view. Oh, yep, green, that could be all my personal stuff. You can labelize that. But what's nice is down here, you've got all your goals for the week, which is powerful because I'm doing this at the moment in Todoist. So I'm setting myself 3 weekly goals in my 3 or 4 areas of my lifestyle, and then essentially just viewing that every day and making sure everything up here correlates to that. But here you actually get to see it, which is a nice visual, and I guess it just keeps reiterating why and what, like it keeps chiseling everything you're doing at the top bar because it's quite powerful. So you've got all your tasks set up here. What you can do is you can actually use the focus timer, which is essentially a Pomodoro timer. Click onto each task and actually start them. The timer comes up here at the top and you can actually monitor that progress there. You can tick off things. So I've set a checklist inside here. It makes like nice little dings. It starts off the task for you, and then obviously that's 2 of the things there done. So you can go into detail, obviously still edit everything and undo certain things if you want to. Down here is an area called the parking lot, and this is something that developer did create, but essentially it does follow the kind of GTD rule of like someday maybe, so kind of dumping things that you would look at but not like continually. It's something that you would see every now and then go and visualize, maybe drag up. So for example, gift ideas, buy a cat. So you've got that there, and you could drag it up to here when you find the appropriate time to do it. So this is more for your organization of your kind of long-term goals, but not long-term goals because there's a separate specific application inside this for long-term goals. But it's something that you can monitor, like potential things you'll do in the next few years, which is quite powerful because I think with GTD, that's something that does come through heavily. So as you can imagine, you can scroll through all of the weeks, but the real magic inside Week Plan is the abilities that you've got inside it. So as you can see here, Vision Tracker, I won't show you in this episode, but essentially it allows you to write down your mission statements, values, long-term goals, and past achievements. Maybe we'll take a peek. Also a growth journal as well for helping you like really unlock your potential using the ability to break down what you've done in a day, what you need to improve, etc. Focus timer, which I just showed you there. It's a Pomodoro technique, really valuable because you can monitor the success of each task. Here, the outliner, which is only available through Pro, but this allows you to order all of your high-level stuff, all of that detail that you get in Vision Tracker, but in a kind of more unique and with some clarity as well, and with some clear clarity as well. This one here, Cog Itorama, is something that you need connection with the growth journal. But again, I want to have a separate episode specifically on these because I think they are super valuable to break down. So as you can imagine, this is something that is very technical to use, but once you get the swing of it, I think it can be really valuable when moving forward with viewing things simply in your day. I mean, you can have a really nice process here, something that's not very overwhelming like Trello and Todoist and Evernote that aren't hugely design focused, that are very marked down and simple, but something that you can, get GTD done with and really visualize everything at a glance. So I definitely recommend you have a look at Week Plan. As I said, you get those 14 days free. There's lots of different things in here that I do want to kind of focus my attention on, but in another episode I want to have some really valuable time with this to spend on all of those little hacks you can do, and all of those little valuable pieces of, look, I mean, even the font can change. I mean, there's quite a lot of customizable features inside this that I think would take a little longer. So let me just go back to the planner. I want to show you what the pricing scheme is. I mean, obviously a lot of people will probably jump and see, outliner looks good, it looks great, which is great, but you just need to be able to understand what you're getting for your buck. So as you can see, for your account on the upgrade, you get, so Pro is 3 premium features, 3 months data retention. Unlimited is everything. So as you can imagine, yearly it's $7. Monthly it's $7 if for one user. So that probably roughly estimates to around about 96 £96 per year. $96 per year, sorry, so about £70 per year, which is about double the price of Evernote. But it does give you these features: repeating tasks, subtasks, unlimited parking lots, Google Calendar integration with all of those web services, email and SMS reminders, download your data, email Skype support, daily coaching emails, send tasks by SMS, and all the outlining and note-taking features. As you can imagine, for me, I wouldn't jump into this straight away. I would definitely play around with the basic experience as much as you can, and then work out whether you feel more clarity when using this, and feel more consistency, because this is all about you finding a tool that you are confident using. And as you can imagine, the reason why I'm promoting Todoist, Evernote, Trello, Wunderlist, all of those big guys, is because they're big. They have the data, they have the storage, they have the safety, they have the comfortability that people like using. So it's very much a case of, will this system work for you? Is this something you can replicate on paper? Is this something you can replicate in a notebook? Is this something you can replicate using Todoist or Evernote or Wunderlist? But for the price, I think it's slightly overpriced, and it's something that you need to consider, but something that I think and I recommend to those looking for a new solution that like to look holistically at all of their tasks. Anyway, guys, that's the episode today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the link in the descriptions to try and get all that access to it, and kind of give you, I think there's a referral scheme. So what I'll do is, if you click that link in the referral basis, I think I'll be able to get some sort of premium as well, and you'll be able to get premium too, which is quite valuable. So anyway, guys, I just want to thank you very much for watching my videos. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I'm really, really pushing that at the moment. If you have watched 3 or 4 of my videos and have not subscribed yet, that's the way that I build my metrics. So please do subscribe. So I just want to thank you and have a great week. Keep productive, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you.